Hello guys, thanks for joining me on my channel today. My name is Nora and I'm glad to have you here today. So today we're going to be working on our lazy girl brunch idea. It's going to be simple yet highly nutritious veggie egg bake. So we're going to start off by making some salt water and we're going to pour that in a bowl. The reason why I do the salt water is because sometimes when you put the salt in the eggs, I feel like it doesn't dissolve all the way, so I prefer to dissolve my salt in water and then add it to my eggs. So that's what I put in the bowl and I shook it around. I'm going to go ahead and break my eggs into the bowl. So I used 12 eggs. So as you can see, I am breaking the eggs into the bowl right now, and then once that is done, I am going to go ahead and move on to the next step. But as we continue to break the eggs, I hope everyone is doing amazing. Don't forget to share in the comment section where you're tuning in from and if this is something that you would like to try, and if you've had a different egg breakfast or a different egg bake dish and you would like to share it, feel free to share it in the comment section below. But yes, I love trying new foods, and I feel like eating doesn't always have to be flamboyant. Like if we have the basics, we can make anything out of it, right? And I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to be able to even afford food and have food. And so yeah, I don't like wasting food, and I like to repurpose food and make food fun. And so that's what we're going to do here. And now I have all my eggs that I want in the bowl, so I am going to go ahead and whisk it. You can use a spoon, you can use a whisk, you can use a fork, whatever makes it easier for you to whisk. So at this point, I'm going to continue whisking my eggs until the egg whites and yolk are blended well together. So now I think I like the consistency that I see, so I'm going to proceed and add my spices. I'm going to be very basic with my spices. It's going to be cayenne pepper. The reason why I'm adding cayenne pepper, for me personally, I like my food to be spicy. If I'm eating something that's not spicy, I do feel nauseous. So now I'm also adding some black pepper, because black pepper has a different taste and flavor. It's not super hot, but it's just has a different taste. I cannot explain it. So I added both and I'm going to continue whisking so that it's also well mixed. Also, if you want, you can, instead of putting the black pepper and cayenne pepper in the eggs, you can mix your water, salt, and black pepper and whatever spice blend you also want together with the water. And then once you mix that in the water, you can pour that in the pan or in your baking dish and then add your eggs and whisk it. Because sometimes when you pour or you sprinkle the pepper or you sprinkle your spices on the egg, sometimes it doesn't always break apart. Sometimes it forms clumps. But that's why we're using the whisk, so that it will help us break up any clumps. But if you are using like a spoon or a fork, definitely go ahead and put your spices and salt together in a bowl or a cup of water and then dissolve that in the cup of water, put it in your baking dish, and then go ahead and add your eggs to it. Yeah? Okay, so now we continue whisking, and now we're going to add our vegetables. So this is some red onions, half a red onion and one whole bell pepper. I love onions, I love bell peppers, so I put as much as I want. But also, like I said, the sky is the limit. Adjust it to your preference. If you don't like red onions, you can use white onions, you can use yellow onions. But if you like red onions, absolutely go for it. And then you can do less onions, you can do less peppers, you can do more peppers, less peppers. You can also add red bell peppers to it. It gives it a different taste. I did not have any at home, so I used what I had because I didn't feel like going to the store to purchase anything. But that's what I added to the eggs, and I mixed it together for a bit. So at this point, I add my coleslaw in there. And then I used about a cup and a half to 2 cups of it. The sky is your limit. Do as little or as much of the veggies as you want. We continue to mix it together so that it's evenly dispersed. That's the reason why I mix it together. So I was almost done. That was what I was going to use, right? But my mom wanted to try Old Bay in there, so we added Old Bay to the egg bake because my mom wanted to try Old Bay. So I used about a tablespoon. I'm so sorry that I don't do accurate measurements sometimes. I just grew up in a family where we cook by measuring things with our eyes, right? So, and then by tasting the food. So if it doesn't taste good, it needs more spices, then we'll add it. So I've grown up in that habit for so long, but I'm going to do better. So the old way, I think I added about a tablespoon in there. So you can add that. You can even really taste it too much in the egg. So if you want it to be like more Old Bay, you can add a little more Old Bay in there or less. And so I pop it in the oven at this point. I'm going to put it in the oven for about 25-30 minutes at 350. I left it in a little bit longer and it got that little brownish color, but if you want it to be less brown, you don't need to put it in for about that long. You can put it like 20 minutes because I was baking rock buns in the oven as well, so that's why it ended up being in the oven for a little longer. Because I did not put any oil in the baking dish, I take a plate and then I flip the egg on top of the plate. You can use oil in your baking dish, it is fine. Just put a little bit of oil or butter or whatever you prefer. But because I didn't use any oil or butter, I just left it on top of the plate, and then it just sat down, and then after a while it just fell out of the baking bowl onto the plate by itself, just gravity. So that is it, and this is how the egg came out. It looks good and it was perfect. It was just what I needed for the day, nothing more, nothing less. Yes, I hope this video is helpful. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone you love, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. I hope you try this egg bake. I hope you enjoy it. I will see you next time with an amazing video and amazing recipe. Cheers.